listen to the fall to the floor.
Hello, welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to revisit a pen that I've revisited twice before, so this is number 3. And I think the pen warrants another, just a visual review. I was interested in how the other color variations of the pen appeared, so we have these two here in green and blue with the cap is now colored, so it's not a full demonstrator transparent pen. Here we have the green in gold trim and silver trim. We have the blue in gold trim and silver trim, and here's a pink one. The fourth color scheme is silver. I think I gave away my silver one, so hopefully you can see the differences in the color. And we'll dive in a little bit deeper into these, but keep in mind, I've had a few of these, I've given a few away, and I find them to be consistently good performers, consistent quality. I've noticed a lot more silicone lubrication on the piston, which makes it even smoother than it was, and it was never difficult to move. So all in all, a pen, I'd make a great recommendation to it, and it's generally under $3 US delivered. You may have some challenges ordering one of the 16 color variations that it comes in. You know, there's your 4 basic colors: blue, green, red, and silver, and the red is more like pink to me. And then you have gold and silver trim, and then you have those 4 colors in a solid color cap with also gold or silver trim, and that's how they get to 16. We'll show you that an auction that I found that had all 16 colors in it. Here's the green solid color cap up close. You know, again, I just like those facets in the barrel that kind of mimic the TWSBI 580. As I mentioned, the piston moves up and down very, very easily. Some people have talked about that this piston clicks, but none of the pens I've ever gotten click, and these I just got about a week ago, so I assume they're relatively fresh production. There's no date code on the little stamp here, but you know, not everything has date codes associated with it. Here's the one in blue, which I kind of like the blue, kind of like a robin's egg type of blue. And it continues on down here, and it's a consistent color between the cap and the barrel and the piston. Here's the difference between the rhodium and gold trim. And of course, these are both in green, so you get to see a choice. And hopefully with this video, if you're still considering this pen and you don't know what color to get, I think this will cover pretty much all the permutations to whatever degree you'd like. And whatever you get, I'm certain you'll enjoy it. Right on. Those that follow my channel know I buy a lot of pens on eBay, and I'm quite happy with the vast majority, over 95% I would say, of the pens that I order. They've been coming a lot quicker from China than they used to do. If they do the express ship, it gets here in less than 2 weeks to the East Coast of the United States. So when you're ordering, or if you do consider ordering it, the 3008 is a lot of times confused with the 3003, and I think the sellers don't make that clear. And I think a lot of the auctions are now seeming to put a lot of different pens in it. I did a search from the 3008 and got over 1,500 auctions that came back. A lot of them have other pens other than the 3008 in the auction, so you got to be careful when you make your selection. It comes in extra fine 0.38 and fine 0.5 nibs. I like both of them. I prefer the 0.5, which is fine. So that's the thing to keep in mind, you know. And eBay is an open marketplace, and you're dealing with very competitive space, especially pens from China nowadays. I think it's great that we have a great selection. But you know, it's like the Wild West. You gotta be careful what you do and be certain. And if you have any concerns, add a description or add a note to your buy that specifically states what pen you're expecting to receive. And hopefully you'll have a very enjoyable buying experience and enjoy a pen that you'll get. So just want to give you a heads up and a little bit of ways of dealing with eBay and some of the complications that may arise, but the pricing is just phenomenal, so I think it's worth the effort. For those of you that haven't seen my other videos on the 3008, we'll just do a quick writing sample. This one's been inked up since I first got it almost 2 months ago. It fits fine. It's not a pen I would post. It doesn't post deeply. The cap is kind of heavy. It doesn't change the balance significantly, but it makes for a really long pen. And also, this posts right on the blind cap, and if you turn it, which some people would do because it posts pretty securely, then you can squirt ink out. So it works fine this way. The section is a nice size. You can feel that little metal piece at the bottom, so you know exactly where your fingers are. I mean, this is really smooth. For a fine nib, it puts down a really nice patch of ink. And again, all the pens are consistent. You got to keep the nib on the paper or it won't write. So, and this started up after setting for a couple weeks. It was just one little bit of a hard start, and then it wrote great afterwards. So I don't consider that to be any of a challenge. There's no cap liner, but it fits pretty well, seals it up, and you don't have any real drying out issues. So that's it for this quick look. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you find a pen that you can love and cherish. And if you want another one, you can get another one. There are many, many varieties out there. Enjoy the wonderful world of pens, inks, and paper. Until next time, bye.